Now, what if something's really important to your business, but you can't measure it directly? Okay, good example is customer satisfaction.
Yeah, that's a big one.
You can't measure that quantitatively because customers really don't like having like electrodes implanted in their brain to directly measure their brain waves. And I mean, you can't
even
do
like
that,
in surveys
right?
sometimes, like if they take the chance to fill it out,
Yeah, exactly.
they either really, really liked you or really, really hated you.
Which, by the way, is an example of sampling bias.
Oh, yeah.
Like, people who really don't want to spend time talking with your company probably aren't going to fill out your survey.
Yeah.
So that's a problem, right? What do? You can't measure it directly. It's important to measure.
Yeah.
So
what do you do?
So what do? This is a concept called a proxy.
Okay.
And a proxy is a method of measuring something that you can't directly measure by measuring something else that's directly related or correlated to it. So a good example is you can measure or have your returns, your rate of returns, are a proxy for customer satisfaction. Because if someone's not happy, they'll probably return it. If they're happy with it, they probably won't.
Okay.
So you can look at your returns and that can your returns rate, and you can see a trend or one facet of how happy customers are.
Okay, cool.
You know, same thing goes for support requests. You know, how easy is your product to use? Well, there's not really a measure.
Or like how good is your FAQ or something like that. Got it. Okay.
So what you can look at is how many customers on a daily basis are contacting you because they're having problems doing something.
Interesting.
And you can use that measurement as a proxy for something else.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you're never going to have a direct perfect correlation because then you'd be measuring it directly, right? Which, the reason you use a proxy is because you can't.
Right.
But if you come up with a couple of things that are related to what you're trying to measure and you look at them all together, you can actually get a pretty clear picture of if you're within the ballpark of where you want to be, and if you're not, are you improving or is it getting worse?
Okay.
And then you can look at those things and try to figure out ways to actually make the proxies get better.
Interesting.
Which would probably make the other thing better too.
Cool.
So it's not perfect, but using proxies are much better than not doing anything at all.
Okay.